What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I made my way down to Jaguar, Land Rover, Porsche Volvo of Greenville, and we're going to take a look at the 2020 Land Rover Discovery Sport R Dynamic. Huge shout out to them for providing this SUV for me today. Definitely check out their website, that will be in the description below. This model here is finished off in Firenze Red. It has an MSRP just under $64,000. Also, don't forget, for this month, we are doing a gift card giveaway. More details will be at the end of this video. Under the hood, this has a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. It's only paired to the 9-speed automatic transmission. You can use the steering wheel mounted paddle shifters as well. This engine produces 286 horsepower at 5,500 RPM and 295 pound-feet of torque as low as 1,500 RPM. It is all-wheel drive, weighs just over 4,000 pounds. It'll do 0 to 60 in 7 seconds with a top speed of 135 miles an hour. And with a fuel capacity of 17.7 gallons, you can expect to see 19 miles per gallon in the city and 24 out on the highway. This has a wheelbase of 107.9 inches. Its overall length is 181. Its width is 75. It has a height of 68 inches. Ground clearance measures in at 8.3 inches, and it also has an approach angle of 23 degrees, a breakover angle of 18 degrees, and a departure angle of 28 degrees. Starting up front, this comes with LED headlights along with LED daytime running lights. I really like the pattern for the DRLs. It kind of has a split design to it. Really nice how the inner housing has a nice design to it. You'll also notice the LED fog lights are down in the lower section of the bumper, nicely tucked away, has an integrated flush design to them. As we make our way to the center grille here, you'll see Land Rover off and to the right side. Very nice design in the mesh too, and you'll see it has perfect cutouts to provide even more cooling to the engine. Also underneath the upper grille here, you'll see there's a middle grille, just gives it a very cool design. Same with the lower grille. I really like the cutouts, and on each side you can see there's actually an opening, again to provide maximum cooling and to help with better aerodynamics. Right in the center of the lower grille, you'll also see a sensor along with a forward-facing camera. It's nicely placed on the bottom side of the bumper to help you with better visibility, along with the parking sensors that are located throughout the bumper as well. Down below we have even more gloss black. It gives it a really nice contrast against the red. And then off and to the side there's functional air inlets you can see all the way through the side of the vehicle to help with better aerodynamics. And then as we make our way up to the hood, you'll see Discovery is nicely spelled out, and there's very clean lines running down it. Moving to the side, we'll start off with the 21-inch wheels. They have a multi-spoke design to them along with a two-tone finish, giving it a really nice design. Just above that, we have the Discovery badge, nicely placed on its own panel here with a nice trim piece running around it. As we make our way to the gloss black side mirrors, they're power folding, feature the integrated turn signal as well. And then behind that, we have more blacked out trim pieces around the windows. You can see this entire piece is also finished off in gloss black, along with the roof having the full panoramic sunroof, gives it an entire black section for the upper half. Really nice contrast against the red. The body lines are really nice looking on the side as well. You can see there's an indentation here that runs the same height as the door handles, and then down below we have some nice contoured lines on the side skirt, as well as the R Dynamic badge in the lower section of the door. Just gives it a really nice design. And then as we make our way to the back window here, you can see there's a slight rake to it, but it gives it a very nice design meeting the top of the taillight. And finishing up in the rear, you can see the spoiler is finished off in gloss black, along with having the integrated third brake light. The wiper blade is mounted on the lower section of the glass to help improve with better visibility. This has LED taillights that have a really cool intricate pattern in them. Along with a power liftgate, you can see the normal backup camera with all these sensors that run in the lower section of the bumper. This also has really nice gloss black trim in the middle section of the liftgate, along with down below, just giving it a great contrast against the red. And then down below you can see there's a gloss black diffuser along with some mesh and black trim to each side, and this has a towing capacity up to 8,200 pounds. That's gonna wrap it up for the exterior walk around on the 2020 Land Rover Discovery. I definitely love it in this color, the lines and everything. It just has a really nice design to it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the interior. I have the vehicle locked and the key in my pocket. I'm just gonna walk up to it, place my hand on the door handle. You'll see the mirrors will also fold out as well. Starting off on the door panel, you'll see there's white leather with white stitching on the armrest, and it extends all the way to the top section of the door, nicely surrounding a wood trim inlay. It has a really nice contrasting design to it. Just in front of that, we have the release handle along with your aluminum grab handle. Down below, this has 3 memory seating adjustments. You have your lock and unlock just in the inside of that. And then up top is all of the window controls along with the power side mirror adjustments. This also features a 15-speaker Meridian sound system, and there's plenty of storage space in the lower section of the door. Now that we're inside, we can take a look at the two-tone leather seats. I really like the design to them. You can see there's white stitching running down the black portion of the bolsters. They have a nice pattern running down the center of them. They are heated and ventilated with a multi-way power adjustability, and they're pretty comfortable as well. I really like the side bolstering support that they offer. And then moving on to the steering wheel, not only is it completely covered in leather, but it also has a nice brushed aluminum trim piece that surrounds the entire ring of it. Gives it a really cool design, breaks up the leather as well. And then on each side you have all of your steering wheel controls, which we'll get to here soon. They're nicely blacked out when the vehicle is off, just giving it a clean look. And then of course behind each side we have the steering wheel mounted paddle shifters. Over on the right side we have the cruise control and adaptive cruise control settings, along with the lane keeping assist. Off and to the left side we have voice commands and Bluetooth, along with a customizable button. And then this dial here has a lot of functions to it. Right now you can see the volume on one side along with tuning on the other. If I just click on menu, it completely changes, and now we can control the gauge cluster here. So right now we're viewing the heads-up display, just configuring everything that you need to with that. We can scroll over to vehicle settings, and then you have vehicle information, so you can look at your tire pressure and things like that. You have your media, along with all of your driver assistance, so you have your collision avoidance, your steering assistance, and other things that you can configure. You also have the trip, and then your display, so you can easily configure everything that you would like to. And then off and to the left side, you have your speedometer, along with the fuel gauge, and then the tach and engine temperature is off to the right. On the left side of the steering wheel, down below here, we have the electronic parking brake, along with the button for the liftgate, and then you have a dimmer switch for the gauges. There's more white leather along with one air vent. You can see the pod there for the heads-up display. And then right in the center, we have two air vents and then the 10-inch screen. There's a lot of functions that you can go through on this screen. Right now we're on the home setting, which is just clicking this button right here. And you can see the navigation, media, and phone. We can scroll over and look at other information like your eco data, your cameras. You have the seats, your contacts, and Bluetooth, things like that. Off into the bottom left side, if I just push on this button here, you have smart settings, so you can create your own profile. If we go one over, you have some other settings for your display and your map, and you can just configure things how you would like to. Just next to that, we have the navigation, so we can pull that up full screen. Then next to that, we have the phone, you have your music. There's a shortcut into the seats, so we can easily turn those on and have the heated function going or the cooled function going, which is nice to see. The next button here is the camera system. So right now you see the top-down view. If I go to the left side here, you can clearly see what's in front of the vehicle. It nicely makes the vehicle go away, and even turning the wheels, you can see them as well, which is a very nice graphic to see. If I click on this next button here, we can go to different camera angles. So right now that is a rear-facing camera. We have the mirror cameras, and then we have a split front-facing camera. You can go to just the back or just the front. Off and to the right side, you can turn on and off the parking sensors. And then this last button here is your park assist. So you can easily use that. It's searching for a spot right now. So if I were to parallel park, it's going to help with doing that. And you can even use it to exit as well. Moving below that, off and to the left side, we have the power and volume for the radio, along with some more AC controls right in the center. You can easily push on these and see it pop up on the upper screen as well. And then these two rotary dials here are multifunctional. Right now you can see I'm adjusting the temperature on the driver's side, and then I can do it on the passenger side as well. If I push on this, now we have the heated and cooled controls. So not only can you do it on the screen, but you can also come down and do it on this dial here. And then on the left side, if I push on the fan button there, this is now the fan speed, so you can see me adjusting that. And then over on the right side, pushing on this, you can see all of the driving modes appear. So all the way to the left is dynamic, then we have eco, comfort, you can go to auto terrain response. The next one is grass, gravel, and snow. And then you have mud and ruts, and the last one is sand. Just underneath that, we have the engine start-stop feature along with traction control. You have a downhill assist control as well. And then at the very bottom is a wireless charging port, so you can easily put your phone here. You have a good amount of room, so you can fit some other items if you'd like to. There's one USB off and to the right side, and then surrounding the shifter, you have very nice wood inlay along with some brushed aluminum. And then just by pulling on the release on the front, I can go all the way up into reverse. You'll see the standard backup camera up here. We can go all the way down into drive, and then going back into park is just by pushing the P on the top. Moving behind that, there is a hidden compartment here. We can remove the tray here, and that reveals two cup holders along with a slot in the front. You can easily fit your phone there. And then working our way to the center armrest, you'll see it's wrapped in leather with more stitching. And then opening this up, you definitely have a good amount of room along with two USBs and a 12 volt in the backside. And then as we make our way over to the glove box, you have enough storage for anything that needs to go there. You'll see there's more leather on the dash along with more of that wood trim piece. We'll take another look at these two-tone seats. They have a really nice design to them. And then up top, this does have the full panoramic sunroof. You have all of those controls up in the center along with a sunglass holder on the back. In the back seats now, you can see the two-tone design on the seats carries on from the front, gives it a very nice look for the back seat passengers. You have plenty of space, and these seats also move forwards and backwards. So just by pulling a latch underneath, I can easily slide the seat forward if I need more storage space in the back, or all the way back to give myself plenty of room, and they recline as well, so you can easily go back and just get a little bit more comfortable. Behind both front seats, you'll see some pockets for extra storage space, along with a 12-volt and 2 USB ports in the center, and a little bit of storage space down below if you want to throw your phone or something like that. As we take a look at the center armrest, you'll see there are 2 cup holders and then a little bit of storage space on the back side, just giving you a little bit more hidden space. And then as far as headroom and legroom goes, I have probably 6 or 7 inches above my head and 3 or 4 inches in front of my knees. So as I mentioned earlier, you can easily get comfortable and have plenty of room. You'll also notice the same attention to detail on the door panel as up front. I really like seeing this white leather along with the wood inlay on the backside, just gives it a very nice design. These seats also have a 40-20-40 split to them, so you can also fold down the entire middle if you have anything that you'd like to go through. And then to go ahead and fold down the outer 2 seats, all you have to do is pull on this lever here and they will automatically fold flat, just giving you a little bit more versatility. Now it's time to take a look at the rear trunk storage space. I'm just gonna hold the button on the key fob and it will automatically open up. You have about 28 cubic feet of storage space with the back seats up, and it opens up to about 56 cubic feet of storage space with them folded down. So it definitely gives you plenty of room. You have this removable cover, so if you want to use that or take it out, you have the option to do that. Off and to the left side, you can see a 12-volt along with a USB port, a little bit of shelf there for anything that you want, along with a strap down below. And then off and to the right side, you have some netting along with another strap. And then these 2 buttons here will automatically fold down the seats. So just by pulling on that, you can easily do that. So that is nice to see. And then up underneath, we have the spare, and you can fit anything around there if you want to hide anything away. So you definitely have a lot of room. Up top, all we have to do is push on this button and it will automatically close. So getting the 2020 Land Rover Discovery Sport out on the road now, I'm just going to give it a little bit of gas in automatic mode. And we are up to the speed limit just like that. It's very smooth in the shifts, just letting it go by itself, and it was easily able to get up to speed. So I have no complaints with its turbocharged 4-cylinder. Definitely gets it up to speed and has plenty of power. But moving on to all of the materials on the inside now, I can't get over how nice it is on the inside. Leather covers everything. You have wood grain trim everywhere as well, and brushed aluminum. I really like these pieces that run down both sides of the center here. Just gives it a really clean look. I really like how easy it is to see all around. You have the option to fold down those headrests as well if you want a little bit more visibility out of the rear glass. But even having the wiper blade on the back down below gives you plenty of visibility to see out of that back glass. And then a glance over your left and right shoulder. It's very easy to see, so there's not a whole lot of blind spots in the vehicle. And then your forward-facing visibility is obviously really good. I like the rake to the front windshield. It kind of starts a little high here, so you easily have plenty of visibility up top. Nothing's going to block you. You don't have to duck or anything, so you could easily look up if you wanted to. And then the windshield goes away from you, so it has a really nice angle to it and a lot of glass at the same time, which is nice to see. But coming around some of these turns now, it handles well for a heavy SUV, and then coming to a stop, brakes definitely do a great job. So we're gonna go ahead and pop it over into manual mode here. We're gonna use the paddle shifters and just give it a little bit of gas from first gear. And we are up to the speed limit just like that. Seems to do about the same as automatic mode, but you have the option to use those if you'd like to. And we can go all the way up into 9th gear right now and just cruise. So while we are just cruising, talking about the ride now, this does have an adaptive suspension. So that is mainly used for all of the different driving modes, between just having it in dynamic mode versus mud or something like that, where it's gonna raise just a little bit more for more ground clearance. So you have the option to put it in whatever mode you're looking for. Switching from dynamic into eco mode now, it's very easy to do. Just turn the dial and push on it. You can definitely feel that there's a limit to the power input that you get. It definitely takes it down a notch, so that way you can improve on your MPG. And there's also 3 gauges. There's your braking, your acceleration, and there is one more that I'm not exactly 100% sure on, but they all turn green. And then depending on how you're driving, it'll turn up red if maybe you're giving it too much gas or you're braking too hard, to show what it wants you to do to improve your MPG or have the best possible MPG. So it's kind of cool to see that. You can monitor that if you want to. And with this vehicle having the adaptive suspension, it's absorbed all of these bumps well. I don't have any complaints with how it's been driving so far. It provides a very smooth and comfortable ride. The suspension is going to adapt to the the road and provide you with that best possible ride. Moving on to the layout of everything now, I really like the center here and how everything has a piano black finish to it. So when the vehicle is off or you're not using something, everything kind of goes away and just gives it a very clean look. But right now, hopefully from that camera angle, you can see I have the fan on right now, or the AC, so I can easily adjust the temperature here and then push on those same dials to control the fan speed or all the different driving modes as I already showed. So it's very nice how there's not a whole lot of buttons. It has a really clean look to it. And then everything on the touchscreen here is very easy to go through. It's within reach. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for my walk around review and test drive in the 2020 Land Rover Discovery Sport R Dynamic. Once again, huge shout out to Jaguar, Land Rover, Porsche, Volvo of Greenville for providing this for me today. Definitely check out their website. That will be in the description below. Also, don't forget, for this month, we are doing a gift card giveaway. All you have to do to be eligible to win, be a subscriber to the channel and comment on videos, and that is your entry. At the end of this month, we're gonna pick the video with the most comments and pick a random winner from that video, and that's it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up, smash that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.